Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you again with the Disney Artist channel. In today's video it will be the character Miss Piggy from The Muppets. Miss Piggy is one of the central characters of the Muppets franchise. She developed from a one-joke running gag into a Muppet herself. Miss Piggy is a prima donna pig who is absolutely convinced that she's destined for stardom, and nothing is going to stand in her way. Her public face is the soul of feminine charm. But she can instantly fly into a violent rage whenever she thinks she's insulted or thwarted. Kermit the Frog, her longtime crush, has learned this all too well. When she isn't smothering him in kisses, she's sending him flying through the air with a karate chop. From modest beginnings, which she is quick to gloss over, Miss Piggy first broke into show business by winning the Miss Boggan County Beauty Contest, a victory which also marked her first meeting with the frog of her life. Kermit, whom she usually calls Kermie. The rest, as they say, is history, and a lot of juicy gossip, too. In her interview on Take Two with Phineas and Ferb, when Phineas Flynn asked what it was like to grow up on the farm, Piggy replied, "Very humbling. I don't like being humble, so I got out fast." When she appeared on So Random, she considers herself to be much bigger than Oprah and less pink than Simon Cowell. According to her Facebook page, she was educated at the Paris School of Fashion and born on None of Your Beeswax. In 1976, Miss Piggy started out in the chorus of The Muppet Show, thanks to her charisma and a correspondence course in karate. The correspondence course wasn't Piggy's only training. In an interview with HitFix, she stated that she learned at Master Chang's Charm School and Karate Dojo. It was also a Chinese restaurant that Kermit used to go to. Piggy made her presence known and soon became the lead chanteuse and femme fatale on the show. Quickly, her career expanded to include television specials, home videos, records, and books. Her How to volume of advice on absolutely everything, Miss Piggy's Guide to Life, became a national bestseller. And her fabulous face has been featured on the cover of countless magazines too numerous to mention. Miss Piggy starred in 2 regular Muppet Show sketches, Veterinarian's Hospital as the ravishing Nurse Piggy, and Pigs in Space as the enchanting first mate Piggy. She also has a dog named Foo Foo. Frank Oz performed Piggy Lee on The Tonight Show on May 24, 1974, lip-syncing with Hamilton Pig to Old Black Magic, in the vein of Henson's first show Sam and Friends. The first draft of the puppet was a blonde, beady-eyed pig who appeared briefly in the 1975 pilot special, The Muppet Show, Sex and Violence, in a sketch called Return to Beneath the Planet of the Pigs. She was unnamed in that show, but by the time The Muppet Show began in 1976, she was recognizably Miss Piggy, sporting large blue eyes, wearing a flowing lavender gown, and jumping on Kermit, the love of her life. This early version of Miss Piggy also appeared on Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, where she was performed by Jerry Nelson. Muppet designer Bonnie Erickson remembers, "My mother used to live in North Dakota where Peggy Lee sang on the local radio station before she became a famous jazz singer. When I first created Miss Piggy I called her Miss Piggy Lee, as both a joke and an homage. Peggy Lee was a very independent woman, and Piggy certainly is the same. But as Piggy's fame began to grow, nobody wanted to upset Peggy Lee, especially because we admired her work. So, the Muppets' name was shortened to Miss Piggy. The character was referred to as Piggy Lee in one Muppet Show episode. Episode 106. She also uses that name in the 1977 Muppet Show annual released in the UK. Miss Piggy soon developed into a major character, as the Muppet creators recognized that a lovelorn pig could be more than a one-note running gag. Frank Oz has said that while Fozzie Bear is a two-dimensional character and Animal has no dimensions, Miss Piggy is one of the few Muppets to be fully realized in 3 dimensions. She became one of the most popular characters of The Muppet Show, which was noted by Jim Henson during the development of Fraggle Rock. When discussing characters for the show, Henson included this in his notes. We would anticipate coming up with new personalities which would have much of the same kind of appeal as a Kermit, Fozzie or Gonzo. We will not create anybody with Miss Piggy's kind of appeal. Nobody should try. Miss Piggy's distinctive personality has been seen in a few other Muppet characters before the famous Sow's debut. For instance, this personality and voice can be seen and heard in the Sesame Street versions of Little Miss Muffet and Snow White, both performed by Frank Oz. Miss Piggy considers herself a dramatic actress and a great singer, but she has other talents too, besides martial arts. In the Kay Ballard episode of The Muppet Show, it has been proven that Miss Piggy can play a few instruments such as the trumpet and kazoo. Miss Piggy proves to be great at bending metal bars, for example, in The Great Muppet Caper. She bent back the jail bars, and in The Muppets Take Manhattan, she was able to bend a metal bar. As shown in The Great Muppet Caper, Miss Piggy also has the ability to model, tap dance, swim, drive a truck, and ride a motorcycle. As pointed out by Ralph in The Muppets, a celebration of 30 years in Kermit in a Muppet Family Christmas, no one can make an entrance like Piggy. Piggy has 2 dim-witted nephews, Andy and Randy Pig. From a 1979 People magazine article, according to Oz, Miss Piggy's father chased after other sows, and her mother had so many piglets she never found time to develop her mind. "I'll die before I live like that," Miss Piggy screamed and ran away to the city. Life was hard at first. People got all the jobs, pigs had to take what was left. To keep going, Miss Piggy walked a sandwich board for a barbecue stand. Desperate, she took a stage name, Laverne, and entered a beauty contest. She won and got her big break, a bacon commercial. This led to a season as mascot for a local TV sportscast called Pigskin Parade, and then on to The Muppet Show. Miss Piggy looked fondly at a photo of her mother in the case of the missing mother. Eventually, in the films, Kermit started returning her affections and, unwittingly, married her in The Muppets Take Manhattan. Although subsequent events suggest that it was only their characters in the movie that married and that their relationship is really the same as ever. Before The Muppets Take Manhattan, in episode 310 of The Muppet Show, Miss Piggy unsuccessfully attempted to get Kermit to marry her. She wrote a comedy sketch involving a wedding between her and Kermit, got Scooter to trick Kermit into signing a marriage license, and hired a real minister for the sketch. However, during the skit, before Kermit was to say, "I do," he introduced New Zealand instead. In episode 502, after planting one too many rumors about her and Kermit's relationship to the gossip papers, Kermit fired Miss Piggy, having guest star Loretta Swit replace her in Pigs in Space and Veterinarian's Hospital. The rest of the cast was sad until they realized that this meant they'd be rid of Foo-Foo. Eventually, Loretta Swit got them to sing a song and all was apparently forgiven after that. A month before the debut of their 2015 ABC series The Muppets, Miss Piggy and Kermit announced their split. Piggy's statement said, "Dating moi is like flying close to the sun. It was inevitable that Kermit would drop down to the ground while I stayed in the heavens," while also concluding it was a mutual agreement. Kermit, however, countered after careful thought, thoughtful consideration, and considerable squabbling, Miss Piggy made the difficult decision to terminate our romantic relationship. It was specified, however, they will continue to work together. Kermit has apparently moved on with his new girlfriend, a pig named Denise, who works on ABC. Although the two later broke up because Kermit still had feelings for Miss Piggy. Kermit and Miss Piggy occasionally perform musical numbers together. Some of their duets include, "I Won't Dance, Ukulele Lady," "Waiting at the Church, the First Time It Happens," "Love Led Us Here," and, via dream sequence, "Something So Right." First is to draw the body of the pig, then wear an red dress outfit and wear pearl necklace for Miss Piggy. Next is to draw 2 arms and then draw 2 legs for Miss Piggy. Don't forget to draw the gloves. Next is to draw the head, then make the face for Miss Piggy. Finally, draw the hairstyle, then draw the hairstyle and attach 2 ears for Miss Piggy. So the character Miss Piggy from the Muppets has been completed. Now, if you like this video tutorial, please like and subscribe button to receive the new notify. At the same time, please download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many peoples of the world. Okay, we'll see you again tomorrow, so thanks for watching and goodbye everyone.